Hey everyone here on YouTube, welcome back. I'm Dylan, you're watching Prehistoric Companions. So I know lately the last few videos that I posted haven't really been that great, they've been pretty sad. It's been sad stuff here happening with Prehistoric Companions, but we're getting everything back in the right track. We're getting some cool stuff done today. Figured I have some Gromphadorhina Portentosa, Madagascar Hissing Roaches that have bred like crazy. I have lots of adults. I currently have them all in a 10-gallon tank, which I'll show you here momentarily. But I figured I'd go ahead and get them resituated, get them a bioactive environment, and get a nice lid, something that will seal and contain them properly, have no escapees. Show you guys how I do that with some PVC sheeting, make a nice sliding glass, or well, sliding lid, not glass, but we'll do something custom here, set up their environment, and show you guys how I'm going to set all that up. I've got some smaller critter keepers here that I'll probably isolate some of the males or smaller groups so I don't have so many in my colony, trying to get the right proportions. Usually, typically with the roaches, at least with my dubia colony, you want at least one male for every 2 or 3 females, so have a nice ratio, nice proportion, so that the males aren't like constantly combating each other. So everything and everyone will be comfortable and happy and watch everything thrive and have a cool tank and a cool setup to just watch them. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. I appreciate you stopping by. If you like reptile content or creepy crawlies and art, I'm also an artist. I make art. I haven't posted any art content in a while, but hopefully coming up soon we'll get to doing some of that. But if you enjoy any of those things, please do me a huge favor and hit the like button below. Also hit the subscribe button so you stay up to date. I post videos on Fridays and Sundays, and we got more awesome things coming your guys' way. I am currently in the works of transitioning. I currently live in Colorado. I work as a mail carrier by day, and I just received a really awesome job opportunity to become a 5th grade science teacher. So I'm moving back to my home state to get closer to my family back in southern New Mexico, and we'll start that new journey, new adventure. So that'll be coming up the next 2 weeks. So stay tuned for that. Show you guys how I set up the new reptile room and how we get all situated, how I pack up the animals for travel, and all the awesome things that are going to come along. I'm also doing a 100 subscriber giveaway. We're almost there, almost at 80, so please do me a huge favor, hit the subscribe button, and I'll post a card up in the corner so you go check that out. 100 subscribers, doing some functional custom reptile art. So alright, so without further ado, enough jibber jabber, let's go ahead and get this tank all set up and squared away. So currently we have these guys all set up here in this 10-gallon tank. We got a nice big guy right here. So this one's just freshly molted, changing its colors. They're all white whenever they molt, and then they slowly get their color back within 24 hours. It's a pretty crazy process. But we got some nice big roaches in here. Got a food bowl for them, need some nice food. They love their veggies. We got some Porcellio dairy cow isopods in here, little cleanup crew. We got some springtails, so this is all bioactive, but this tank is just far too small. So we got some fake plants in there. I don't think I'll incorporate real plants in there because they'll probably just eat them. Got a nice log that they love to climb on. So it's pretty interesting watching these guys climb around in here. So I just want to upgrade them to a 20-gallon and see how much better they thrive in that, and get it nice and sealed up, because you can obviously see here this guy's climbing vertically on the glass. They have like these really sticky, I don't know if you guys can see that, let's focus that in, those little white things on their feet. They're sticky pads, so they can climb all surfaces, up, down, upside down, all around. So I definitely want a lid on here that will seal them, contain them well, and if they just so happen to have babies, I don't think this material here will quite suffice. I think they're small enough that they could squeeze through here and possibly escape. So we're going to incorporate a sliding lid, and I'm going to drill really small holes and probably fit some like screen door mesh, like really fine mesh material that'll still allow like air circulation and ventilation. So we'll get these guys nice and sealed up, get them some more space, create a bioactive environment, give them some more things to climb on, and it'll look freaking awesome. So let's get right to it.
Okay, so first thing I want to do is I want to take some measurements. There is probably about a 1/4 inch indentation on the inside of this tank here, and that fortunately is exactly what size PVC sheet I have. It's 1/4 inch thick, so it'll be nice and flush with the top here. So we're going to go ahead and cut out one piece that will fit nicely on the inside of the lip here. Then we'll cut out a section, probably leave maybe about 2 inches of border around the inside so I can access inside the tank here, and then create a secondary level to fit around the 3 sides of the rim here, and then that way I can create a third panel, a door that will slide into those indentions here.
Kind of hard to describe, but as we go along through the process, I'll show you the pieces that I'm cutting and exactly how I'm setting everything up to create a nice sliding door. Okay, so you guys have seen how I did that. I got a nice sheet cut out, about 1.5 inch border all the way around. Now I'm going to take the extra piece that I have here, create probably about 1 inch length for the sides here, a long piece for the back end there. Now kind of layer those up, probably 3 total layers. That way there's a gap between this layer and 2 more layers for these side panels. That way I have a small indentation or divot for the final door to be able to slide in, and then it has like a lip or like something for that door to rest on here so that nothing can like push up on it. And yeah, I don't know how well I'm explaining this, but visual representations, that's what I'm all about. So let's continue working. So make sure you have like something to like lay on your counter, something that you can like cut on, so this doesn't allow you to cut through and scratch up your tables or countertop or whatever surface you're working on. So get one of these. Also this stuff, this PVC sheet is essentially just foam. Foam sheeting cuts really well with a nice sharp blade. Make sure you have a really sharp blade so it cuts nice and even and smooth. Alright, so now you can kind of see how things are layering up. We have our first layer in here. We have access to the tank. And we have this first section here. We're going to add another layer, essentially the thickness of this first layer on top. That way the door will be able to slide in here and I'll have a shelf to sit on, but nothing can like push out. So, I mean, the roaches definitely won't be able to get out of here. And maybe even future use, I could like put like a snake or something else in here and it will be escape proof essentially. So I'm just using hot glue, Gorilla Glue, hot glue, fancy glue stick there to kind of adhere things down. You can use silicone, that'll work great. Just make sure it's tank friendly, animal friendly. But this stuff works great, and I'll probably reinforce the sides a little bit with some small screws just for extra reinforcement. I have a tendency to overbuild things, but let's go ahead and finish this up. Let's get on to the next step here. So we're nearing completion here, I went ahead and cut out the door piece here so you can kind of see how this works. This is going to slide out here, slides in and out, and you can see where we have the 3 layers. We had our first layer here where our door is going to have like a shelf to sit on, and let's focus that. There we go. So it's going to have a shelf to sit on. It's got this layer in between, so it creates that perfect thickness for the door to slide in here. Then we got some overhang so that the door won't be able to, nothing will be able to like lift up on the door, and it has a nice shelf to sit on, so it slides in nice. Let's check it out. Slide that in there, check it out, you see? Perfect. Slides in and out perfectly, see that? So now, if anything, I'll just need to create some structural reinforcement along this rim because there, you see there's a little give here, so I'll probably just line the front here with another piece of PVC just to give it some added thickness, and that'll just make it more rigid so that they won't be able to push out from there. So all I need to do now is just drill the sequence of holes. I'll probably get my ruler and make it nice and sequential, not just random, because we're going for aesthetic here. Want it to look nice, so we'll lay out a grid and create some ventilation, make it look nice, and we'll be done. We'll just add some substrate, add our critters in here.
So just so I maintain my precision here, I got some dots lined out as you guys can see here. Going for synchronicity or whatever you want to call it. So this first row we do every 1 inch, and then the next row roughly the ruler length. Next I do every 1/2 inch, just to kind of get like an alternating pattern. Now guys, this isn't like an exact how-to guide. This is just to give you guys ideas in case you ever wanted to do something similar. This is how I'm doing it, so I'd love to see other people's creativity. And if you have done something similar or something different, I'd love to see your guys' project. So post a picture and a comment down below in the comment section. I'd love to see what other people's do, and let's feed off of each other, learn and grow from each other. This is just how I'm doing it, and hopefully other people will think, oh, hey, that might be a cool idea, or maybe there might be something that I might learn from you guys. Who knows? So, but this is nearing completion, so I'm going to go ahead and drill all these holes and get the creatures added to the tank. We got lots of anxious roaches in here. I'd say there's probably about 30. I'll have to do a particular head count, but pretty impressive amount of adult Gromphadorhina Portentosa in this critter keeper. We got a good amount of Porcelia laevis in here. There are a lot of them in here. I don't know if you guys can tell, but there are tons. There are some huge ones. Check these out. So there's some good sized Porcelia laevis there. The dairy cow isopods. So we'll get these guys added to the new tank as well, the cleanup crew, and watch these guys thrive even further.
Alright, so here we are. We got our holes drilled. I got some 1/2 inch screws reinforcing the border here. We got a little lip to where we could pull, it kind of acts like a handle. We could pull that out and slide it back in. So all there's left to do is add our critters. Alright, and here is our finished product. So I added some extra substrate down in here, kind of oriented their old log and their plants and their food dish in a better way. I don't know, played around, moved things around, so I found a way that I like it. Found this really cool skull that I had laying around, so I decided to incorporate that into the tank. Pretty sweet. They all, as you can see, love hanging out on the log here. So now they all got just more space to spread out, do their thing. You can see all the isopods kind of congregating down here at the bottom. I love just watching these guys crawl around and do their thing. It's pretty cool. So yeah, like I said, I have the lid here, lots of holes pre-drilled. I'll have to adhere some like mesh that I was explaining at the beginning of the video to the bottom of that for just extra security measures. But that's it, guys. That's how I built this custom lid and top for the tank. Hope you guys really liked the video, found some use out of it. If you liked it, please do me a favor, hit the like button. hit the subscribe button so you can keep up with more videos like this and other things that I got coming your way. Again, I appreciate you guys so much. Post every Friday and Sunday, so twice a week. So I hope you guys have a great weekend. Stay safe out there. Love your mail carriers. Now go ahead and see you guys on Sunday, alright? Peace.